nutmeg grater. Here we go. Welcome to the Nutmeg Tavern. We are live, and I like that nutmeg. Gotta have it in my drink every day, basically. Gotta have it.
Gotta have some every day.
I'm your host, John Townsend, and we're gonna be talking about fun 18th century stuff today. We haven't been here for a little bit because we've been working on lots of projects. But I am joined. He's not there. I'm joined by some people might call him a co-host. I don't know. Ryan.
Hi.
There he is back there. It's very dark back there.
Yeah, I need
It's
to
like
fix
midnight time. So he's there though, and also sort of way on the other side of the time vortex, doing very, very strange technical things. Probably something close to magic, but maybe not quite.
It's magic.
Is Aaron.
Oh, wrong button. It's been a while. Happy Friday, everybody. Last time we were here, we had the air conditioning on, and
Yes.
we were burning up, and now it's, well, I don't know. It's
Freezing?
yeah.
Yes, winter has arrived
Yes.
to northern Indiana, and we've been trying to, battle this project, and it just keeps snowing. I can't get on the roof of the smokehouse to finish it because there's snow on it. Okay, it's finished now. In fact, I finished it. Ryan drove up his little buggy right as I finished it, and we were talking, standing just right there, and it was snowing right after I got done. And just snowed like crazy on us. So that's the big project that we have been working on. Do we have any other thing to jump in and talk about right away? You want to talk about that?
I have something real quick.
What do you want to talk
Speaking of the smoke, so
Yeah.
the smokehouse project is done, but dare I say, almost more importantly,
Yeah.
the video is basically done.
Well, there we go.
So I mean, in a way. Otherwise, it's just we're just making stuff.
That's
nobody
right.
can see. No,
right.
I
You may
kid.
never find out about it unless the video gets done.
I kid. But it is almost done, and it'll be out very soon, and it's
right.
pretty awesome.
Because I keep hearing in the comments, would you hurry this up? You're killing me.
We tried.
Well, we are actually just talking about how we can steamroll and throw this thing out faster than we wanted to, just to get it out there because we're excited.
I need to do like just one more little bit of like just level there, tweak there. It's long.
But Monday is like getting ready for Thanksgiving, so you can't put it out then because there's a Thanksgiving episode.
Luckily, I have something for Thanksgiving.
Right. Exactly.
Ryan shot a video with Ryan.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Right.
Don't worry, it was Thanksgiving, so I didn't eat alone.
That's right.
In the video.
That's right. That would be kind of sad.
No, I asked a good buddy of mine to come and taste some of the food, and it was great. Hey, thanks everybody for watching that interview that we did with Ethan Yazel from I Love Muzzleloading. Mm-hmm. He is a really, really cool guy. If you have not checked out his channel and his website, make sure to go do so. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, and it was a little chilly, a little windy that day, but boy, the lighting was good. It's like it looked beautiful.
We thought about moving it inside because of the wind, and it was like we can't. It just looks too good.
Yeah.
But the last time we wanted to shoot in a really cool environment and weather acted up, we had to bow out. So we stuck through it.
Right.
We did
You
it.
fought it, and it was worth it.
And I saw, Aaron, that Caleb was able to cut out the area where the cat almost jumped on Ethan's shoulder.
Yeah, we were filming and we were kind of watching. It's like that cat might jump, right, and that's gonna hurt. So, yeah, he was able to cut it out, man. Ethan is a really cool guy, and hopefully we can hang with him more.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's hope that works out.
Real quick, just for, like on a technical aspect, just everybody let me know like if everything's looking good. Just so YouTube's sending me a couple things saying, oh, it's not streaming smoothly, but it looks like it's streaming fine. So just let me know how everything's looking. Thank you.
That's all that technical wibbly wobbly stuff. Who knows what's going on?
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly whoop.
I'm going to jump in. Okay, so special note. This show today is going to be extended. We're going past 5 o'clock. We're actually going to say goodbye to these guys. A new crew is going to come in. I'm not kidding. A new crew is going to come in, and we're going to spend the last half hour, 20 minutes talking about products that, 18th century stuff that we sell here at Townsends. And so, but we're going to have all the fun stuff early on, and if you want to hang out with us talking about, new stuff, you can do that. You want me to talk about this guy real quick, though, while we're here?
I like that you said that the fun stuff. Fun time is when Aaron and I are here.
Yeah.
Let's just
fun
keep
time.
that straight.
And then there's work time.
Fun time ending when we leave.
Yeah.
So it's like a relay, right?
Right.
We need a sound effect. When we walk out the door that goes...
Yeah. No.
It's not that bad. It's going to be Lauren and Ivy.
It's going to be great.
I'm not going to be mean to my friend Lauren and Ivy.
Before we get to that, I wanted to, because we haven't live streamed for the last whatever, I wanted to get to the brand new Patreon and Townsends Plus people real quick. Patreon, brand new people, or kind of re-upping Cindy Clink, who has Highlands Recording Arts. She's back in Patreon, so welcome back, Cindy. Kyle Griffiths, Bill Lamb, Carla Burke, Hao Ming, Rob Yoder, John Gibson, Toley SD, and Van Donegan and Kemper Beard. Those are brand new Patreon folks and brand new Townsends Plus people. Sean N., Aaron David S., Vincent A., Karen W., Jason B., Jeffrey A., Edward F., Colin F., brand new Townsends Plus people. And Townsends Plus is that streaming platform where you'll see the things that we do on YouTube Plus, special stuff that I do and other people do that we have a lot of fun creating Townsends Plus content. So great way to support what we do here on the channel. I thought because it's been it seems like it snowed more this November than it's probably snowed for years and years, except for that one time we finished up the cabin and it snowed perfectly.
Well, that was October.
That was in October, yeah. Well, and it snowed in October last year, too. I remember we shot a video with Brandon.
It did this year.
Early
October.
Actually snowed.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing real quick about Townsends Plus? I have a question for people in the chat who are subscribed to Townsends Plus. How interested would you all be in seeing a kind of like edit walkthrough video, something like that? I've been kind of like putting it off because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know how I'm going to talk through it. I've never done it, but Ryan has kind of brought it up before, like, hey, that might be cool, and I'm interested to hear if people would like something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah. And I have been doing a whole series with kind of walking through Nicholas Creswell's journal and other journals. So, yeah, fun stuff happening over there. But I thought since winter has closed in on us just really rapidly, and thank goodness I cut all that firewood because I've got all these buildings that need to be heated, cabin included. But I thought we would do sort of winter pictures, and almost all the pictures that we've got here are from the Rijksmuseum. So they're all Northern European, like Dutch paintings and whatnot, but still give us this wonderful glimpse of 18th century life, what it's like when it's wintertime, and the fun of that. This will have that kind of Dutch feeling. Nonetheless, it still gives us a great picture about, since we don't have very many North American paintings from our time period. Unfortunately, we're all too busy trying to feed ourselves and not freeze to death, and no time to do painting. Let's jump into it.
Let's go.
So this one is Ice Entertainments. It's actually early. This one is, even though it's painted a little bit or remastered, re-imaged in the middle of the 18th century, it is from 1619. So we see the costumes from that. Notice these lace collars, these frilly collar things that were. Can you imagine people wearing those today? It's like one of those freaky customs that kind of gets really, really popular, and then everybody finally says,
Why?
"What the heck are we doing?" So those costumes just sort of disappear. Thank goodness. I don't
was a
know.
bad
Maybe
time.
they'll probably come back. Probably next year. Watch.
I hope
These
not.
collars will be like the thing. That on a T-shirt. I don't know. But we've got all these people, and ice skating was really popular in the time period. They get these crazy, funny-looking skates. They've got these little sleds. We'll see that little sled thing in the foreground with the keg on it and everything. We'll see these sleds show up multiple times. And if you read journals and things from our time period, you do find that sleighs and sleds are very, very, a common thing that people are using in the time period to get around. It's kind of easier than wagons because there's no moving parts, and so they're sturdier. So while the season is happening, they're very efficient and good to use. I'm thinking that needs to be a project out in the wood shop.
That
we
would
need
be
to have
really
some kind of
fun.
a sledge or something for work out in Homestead.
And then you can push me around. It'll be a really fun
No,
time.
you can pull me around.
Speaking of the wood shop,
Yeah,
stay tuned.
yeah.
The debut is coming.
The debut
Of the wood
because
shop.
it's
Yeah.
because you use it in the so you'll see in the smokehouse video where you'll see some of it shot in the new wood shop area that we hope you'll see a lot more this winter because it's heated.
It's
so
heated, and it immediately became my favorite place to shoot in the world.
the lighting
I
is
can put the camera everywhere.
when the lighting is nice. Oh gosh, it's a pretty spots. So
Very
make
excited.
videos, Yeah.
For everyone to see that.
So back we go.
I'm
So,
going to the next
The
one.
next
or you
100
wanna stay?
videos will all be in the wood shop.
Yeah, every video we shoot, we'll do
Cooking,
the live
too.
stream from it and everything.
Blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmith. It doesn't matter. Chickens, we'll put them in there. More ice skating, more winter time. We don't see as much snow. We see that sled operation going there. Sometimes people will sit in those and they'll have this sort of stick and they'll like paddle themselves with a stick. And I don't know. It's weird.
It's strange to see, but it works.
Well, I don't know if it works for them, but we see someone putting on skates. We see these long sticks and poles they're using. Apparently, they use them for balance.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do
That's
that
cool.
today.
No, I haven't
For
either.
balance.
So they're not using them
No,
like skis.
I think it's a balance thing, and maybe they'd be really good for kids or whatever.
And it looks like one end is real pokey, right?
Maybe you would.
Yeah, I
maybe
think-
you'd stick it in.
I think
and,
you can stick it in a
right.
little bit.
Wouldn't that be? I'll bet you could do like a boxing match with those. Anyway.
Wow. Let's not encourage that.
Yeah, no, it was wait a minute.
We do not condone.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't say that. Next. Just I don't know. Winter time. It's bleak but beautiful. I guess.
Yeah, I'll tell you, John.
You like this?
I
thing?
love wintertime. Fall then winter. Those are my two favorite seasons. And I think it's because when I was growing up and we moved from up here down south, you missed out on a lot of snow, and so I missed it. Yeah.
I go with that one Calvin and Hobbes cartoon where they're talking about how beautiful it is outside. If you're inside looking out, by a roaring fire, I don't want to necessarily.
Isn't there one where they go outside for like 5 seconds? And, okay, that's enough. Then they come back. Okay, I'm ready for summer.
That's it.
Cool for a day.
I've had my fill of wintertime. We see, the birds flying over. We see now he doesn't have a sled here. He has a wheelbarrow, which I'll tell you, the wheelbarrow, I was just using it in the snow yesterday, and snow builds up on that wheel, and then it stops turning, and I don't know what the guy is with the big, hammer he's carrying. I don't know. Let's go.
Somebody's
go on.
with me. They love fall and winter. Just so you know,
there you
I'm not the only one.
A race on skates, with their hair flying. They're not wearing hats. There's that person sitting in that sled thing and that stick with the spike so that they can, move themselves along. Seems like a lot more work than just walking, if you ask me. But people in classic 18th century clothes here, everywhere else, knee breeches and coats, and the woman's outfit there, and I'm not sure about this tree that's sticking up there or post with the stuff tied to the top of it.
It wants to be a torch.
Yeah, and it might be.
Yeah.
We will see later on some torches in this with a very exciting image coming up there. But
You see the little back on the sled? I hadn't noticed that on any of the others. That's
it's got a
cool.
little seat. Well, yeah, some of them have a bar so that you can push it, and this one just has a little seat back so that he can kind of probably get some leverage without flipping himself up off the end of it. So, someone has fallen through the ice, and they're rescuing this lady who's fallen into the ice, and they're doing it the safest way they have. I mean, if they had a ladder, that's probably the better thing, is scoot a ladder out onto the ice, but they don't have that, so they've got this train of people to help pull this person out. And boy, I hope there's someplace warm to go when she gets out of that water, because that is horrible. I have been in a few situations like that, and that's
really?
no fun at all. Yeah,
That's scary.
not past the knee or anything.
Okay.
Around the edges, of a pond, you'll get the ice will be thick enough in the middle, but right at the edge it can get thin, and then you fall through into the mud, and it's no fun at all.
Yeah.
So.
Are we done with this one?
Yeah.
This fun one.
Yeah. These are pages from a child's book. And you'll see these many times in our time period, little chap books, they're called, very inexpensive books, generally for children or at least, poor people, whatever. And we see the same image of the horse and the sleigh. It's just sort of like a reworking almost of the same image again. One horse is sort of jumping, running. Another one is just walking along there. We see these things going on in the background, tents and people with a sled. And then we see these sleds in the foreground at the bottom. And notice the sleds with they're like ice boats, sleds with a sail on them to make it go faster. Wouldn't that be nice? It's like, I don't have to push this
nuts.
thing.
And it's so funny because the load is so big and the sail's so small.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just meant as a help. You don't want it to get away from you, right? It's not like an ice boat today where they have ice boat races and there's a rudder or guiding steers or guiding runners or anything like that. You have to just sort of guide it with your feet. So if it just took off flying, that would be bad.
Hey, this is a side note.
Yeah.
This made me think though. Were there flip books in the 18th century?
Flip books. There are some optical toys like that. But not in flip books per se. But sometimes they would have those, like on a round thing. They had lots of optical kind of toys, and I think they had some items that were kind
early forms of animation. Kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
What are those ones you can you peer inside and it's like all 3D and
Yeah, I've seen
Exactly.
those.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I just didn't know if that was like a practice for children or anything to try to make flip books, or if you've read or seen anything.
I
like
haven't
that.
seen any of that, but who knows? But with paper as expensive as it is, that's kind of a quick way to waste paper.
Yeah.
So
A quick way to get grounded as a kid. Why are you wasting all of the paper?
That would never happen. So this one, Lauren didn't even recognize. She picked out these for me, and it's like, yeah, look, that windmill's on fire. And that's the main thing going on in this image, is that there's this giant, windmill on fire, and you can see the people on this right-hand side with the sled, and that's a fire party trying to take the pump there to, put water on that. There are people that are right there. The person just following that, he's got a big torch on a stick, and there's someone ahead with a torch on a stick so that they can see where they're going. They're flashlights of the 18th century. We can see folks on the left-hand side just stepping outside the door to see what's going on in the distance, and I can't imagine. Fires in the wintertime are, you get that super kind of oxygenated cold air. You get a wind, and boy, fire goes like that. And there's just no protection. It's just such a dangerous thing. And so many of these places, they're using thatched roofs. They're using shakes and shingles. So, boy, stuff just goes up in a hurry.
And even though there's snow, it's probably dry.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Than in the summer.
It's drier. The air is got no moisture in it. And where do you get the water to put this thing out, right? It was like, the thing is frozen. We have to, bust a big hole in the ice.
Throwing snowballs at it, man.
Right, or just, watch it burn, right? So there you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, crazy.
That's an impressive tree.
Yeah.
On the.
Yeah, this is a beautiful painting. Even though it's tragic, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the moon and the clouds and everything. This is great.
Yeah, when you first glance at it, that's nice. That's peaceful. Look at that cloud.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. Whoa. Oh, and check out the fence too, the wattle fence, just like we use for the chickens.
But notice the wattle fence points to the windmill. The tree points to the
Right.
smoke. It's framed up really nicely in
yeah.
the clouds. It's a great painting.
This is one where we get to see sort of in the town winterscape, and it looks like this is the harness shop that they've stopped at, probably to get the boys' ice skates with a new strap on it or something like that. Even the little sled item here that this gentleman has, it looks like that's a horse collar. So he might have stopped here for getting that. We see people walking around cold. You can see the boy and the woman there almost in the center of the shot, and she's kind of all covered up, trying to stay warm. We got people walking around and snow on everything, and even the tracks in the snow tell us how much traffic is going on. And I love the Canadian cap, the fur cap there with the red top in it, which is typical for here in the 18th century in North America too. So classic image from our time period. This is probably late 18th century. I can't. Well, I've got that. Hold on, I've got that. Got it here someplace. Yep. Somewhere between 1790 and 1813. So nailed that one. This is the only one that isn't specifically. No, this is. Oh, I gotta find it. Lost my spot here. See, I thought this was English, but it's not. This one is again from the same kind of area, and you might interpret this as he's picking up dung or something, but this is snow removal here. He's shoveling up snow. You'll see this in other images where they'll have these wagons that they will, be shoveling snow off the streets, putting it in the wagon, carrying it off, and dumping it someplace because you just get too much snow to deal with, and you got to get rid of it if it isn't melting off. Can you imagine? We have snow plows today, carries it all off. We don't think about it, and when it snows too much, they don't have any place to put it, and they just sort of stack it up in the middle of the road.
Yeah, like 20 feet high. Yeah.
Right.
There's always a pile I live at the end of a street, and that's where they put it.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Cool, thanks.
Just what
I might be able to back out.
Right. So here's their version of how do we deal with all this snow, and sometimes they just let it pack up thicker and thicker. That's good. That's all right. This here we get, instead of just a drawing, we get a painting of our horse on the ice. Hopefully those shoes on that horse have some little, like studs or something, like studded snow tires for the horse, because I can't imagine trying to, keep your footing on that glassy surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do hooves and ice work?
Yeah.
That horse, I think you just sliding around.
They probably had special shoes that were made for gripping the ice. Got a little kid ice skating here. We got other people with hand sleds and tents, and you'll see this in our time period in multiple places where people will be skating. They'll make these sort of temporary spots where people can warm up, either campfires and tents, and maybe even people, if it's used a lot in public, they would have these little stands that would open up and sell warm food, so that people who are enjoying themselves on the ice can stop and have something. Maybe some nice warm apple cider or something like that. We see the sleds, multiple ones, one pulled by a person, one pulled by a horse, and then we see children sledding down a hill. And yeah, they went sledding downhill and had fun with that in our 18th century time period. We might not see as much of that. It's not as common an image.
Ice skating is super common.
Yes.
It's crazy how
Right.
much ice skating happened then compared to now, at least here.
Yeah, a very popular public thing to do,
Right.
to get out there and enjoy the ice. And today, I don't know, we don't see people just, oh yeah, let's all go out and go ice skating. Nope. Although a public rink opened up just here in Winona or Warsaw this year.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the
Right.
statue and everything.
Yeah.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was going to be. Next.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last one.
Yeah, and this is actually, so notice the greenery. This is, I'm anticipating already spring. This is for Shrove Tuesday, and that's Pancake Day. We don't think of it as Pancake Day, but over in England and whatnot, Pancake Day. And it's Pancake Day in this image because one boy is carrying a waffle iron, and another woman there has a long-handled fry pan for making pancakes, of course. Now, I don't know about this strangely costumed character here. There's probably more story to that than I know, but I'm ready to see the greenery already through the snow. Please, grass, come back, and I want my spring already. We're entering the 5 months of brown here. It's like we've got the frozen brown and the muddy brown.
Well, it looks like this guy showed up and everybody wants to leave.
Yeah. It's like,
He's here.
here he's.
Uncle Ted came.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
get
look
out
what
of
he's
here.
wearing.
There we go.
He's got the equivalent of whatever the $2 bill is. He's like, hey kids, have you ever seen one of these?
Go away. So that is our winter fest. So maybe the next one will be all roaring campfires and fireplaces. That's the images I want to see. What do you think, guys?
Well, let's talk real quick. Now, I don't have all the groundwork laid, but I know that we are planning to have a special live music extravaganza for the holiday season.
Right.
So that's where Jim's Red Pants will come and play us music, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Here in the live stream, right?
Yep, that's right. And I know that you wanted to talk about a special product that we just put out today, the journal. We can talk about that real quick.
Let's talk about the journal here.
I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you guys to see it.
Yeah. You might have an image in that slideshow. If you dig back further. Nutmeg Tavern. A Nutmeg Tavern notebook here, and this one's all tied up. They tie up nicely. It's leather bound, and it's got the laid paper on the inside. There's a good number of pages here. I don't know how
I
many.
believe it's 48.
48 pages. There you go. There it is. It's got the Nutmeg Tavern logo. It's not inked on there. It's sort of cut into that. Yes.
Drop that link again. I don't think it took.
You don't think?
Oh,
it's
really?
No.
Okay.
So there you go. They turned out really nice. Made here locally by a family that makes that kind of stuff right here in town, and really happy to see these because we've been wanting something like this for quite a while. So there we go. Nutmeg Tavern leather notebooks. There you go.
It looked great.
Yeah, I want to keep one of those for me.
Yeah, we've been talking about trying to have something like that for a long time.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years we've been fighting this. And ta-da! We did it.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, we had to find the right the right technology, the right people, the right everything. To make
Believe it or not, the Nutmeg Tavern wasn't built in a day either.
I was close
Pretty
to a
close.
day.
Two.
Maybe a day's worth of main hours. It was pretty easy if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it only took 2 days.
Yeah. Painted it. Wait, I'm sorry. There's no fake walls in here.
No, this is
A real fireplace.
Well, let me tell you, every time people come and visit the Nutmeg Tavern, occasionally we let people visit the Nutmeg Tavern, and every time they're like, "What?"
Well, they walk in.
Because-
Oh.
Yeah.
I
They,
hear that
want-
sometimes.
they say, man, this is cozy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me
Hear a lot
sit
of
next
that.
to the fire.
Well, I remember Caleb's first day. I took him out to show him the cabin.
Right.
He walked in and it was like dead of winter, and it hadn't been cleaned in a while. He walked in, he was like, "Oh,
Wow.
it's like yeah, it looks a little more." That's when people ask, "Can we come tour the
Yeah.
cabin?" It's like you've seen it at its best in the
That's
videos.
right.
There's nothing else.
Videos make everything look better. I'll tell you.
He was looking up at the ceiling. He was like, "Is that mold?" Like, I don't know.
Don't look up there. Camera.
I was in the cabin the other day, and the chickens like it in there. They scared me. I didn't know there was one in there. I heard one, and I was like, "Where is that?" And I looked over, and it was just sitting there,
Yeah.
probably
Well-
trying to lay an egg.
They were out doing a blacksmithing episode for the smokehouse, and I knew it was just totally way too cold to be outside blacksmithing. So I knew they were coming out, so I made sure to build a giant fire in the cabin. It was just fire through the whole entire fireplace, and wow, it was nice.
I would say saved the day.
Yeah.
At least for the video guys. Brandon worked.
Yeah, Brandon
the
had
whole
to
time.
stay out there
You
cranking
want
on
to go
the
and
hammer.
get warm? No, I got it.
Brandon stayed nice and warm too, hammering. There were puddles where Brandon was standing.
And he's right by that forge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon
That doesn't
be
keep
putting in
your
work.
feet warm though. Yeah,
My buddy, and he's done a lot of great work on the smokehouse as well. Brandon's been busy.
Yep.
All right, I got a super chat in here from Sven Bickham. Finally caught the tavern live. Your back catalog helped me through my 3-week training event as a homebrew. As a homebrewer, especially loved the brewing content, getting ready for a last-minute holiday brew.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I wonder what he's gonna brew.
I don't know. Matthew H is in here. We need more pancake day.
Yeah.
I think that I'll pass. I don't like pancakes much. I'm one of the few people.
Are you human?
So here's the deal. I like Johnny cakes. So whenever you make them, I like them.
Oh.
Is
But I
today
don't
pancake
like-
day?
No.
No, that was just in that painting.
That's in.
Oh, right.
That's in spring.
There's probably a pancake day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
in the
Shrove
in the
Tuesday.
spring.
Oh, really? We got a ways to go.
Yeah. He's already.
Are you?
I'm just
Do you
thinking of
do you like
February,
all
March.
pancakes?
Huh?
Do you like all pancakes, or they need
I
to
will
be,
eat just about any pancake.
Really?
ever.
No,
I'm with John.
Now, have you ever had Dave's pancakes?
no.
Dave makes a. Well, he used to way back in the day, right? He'd make this pancake that it was like, what is this? Sawdust and gravel? I mean, they were amazing pancakes. Roughage, let me tell you. Wow.
Sawdust and gravel. Oh,
Whenever I'm at like the grocery store and I see like a box of pancake mix, whoever takes those photos of the pancake with the syrup and the butter, I just start salivating. Like, I want pancakes.
hey, we've had some good pancake thumbnails over the years.
That one.
There was one that you got
The
too.
which one?
I think. Did you do the stack or did I? With the lemon squeeze.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was a good one,
I
whatever
know
it was.
there's one. Whenever I see it, I go.
We
wanna
could
go
do
to
a
IHOP.
all pancake channel. Just
Ooh.
make pancake after pancake after pancake.
Who's gonna eat them all?
Oh, I will.
John, apparently.
I'll eat them. No problem.
Matthew H sent a second super chat for The Witcher
There
Oh,
you go.
thank you.
because
you go.
Aaron's doing such a great job.
And that Chad is upset at you.
Me?
Because he
Yeah.
doesn't like pancakes?
I've never seen anything like it.
You guys can be upset if you want to. I'm sticking with it.
I tell you, he's not human.
I don't. I'll tell you. You want to know what else I don't like? You guys, you're not even
Waffles.
ready for this.
Oh boy,
You know, you
don't
can
do it. Go ahead, throw yourself.
The internet will break.
Go ahead.
I'll just say, all of you pancake lovers can keep Chitty Chitty Bang Bang all to yourself.
See?
And everything else that Dick Van Dyke did.
They're just being mean. That's just, you don't like the child catcher?
Are they gonna? Are they?
Remember that?
Ice cream, lollipops, all free today.
I wonder. I can't imagine why people are so traumatized.
Right. I've got a feeling I'm gonna have eggs on my front door when I get home, just
Or
splattered.
pancakes thrown on your porch.
Yeah. French toast. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I do like French toast. Waffles, pancakes, and French toast. Love them all.
Our French
'em.
our French toast episode, we could revisit that. It's very popular and some people really like that.
Was that the?
Way
Crepes?
back there.
No?
No,
it
we
was-
did with
it
Pan
was
Purdue.
Pan Purdue.
That's what it paid for.
Right.
How about we do this? Let's do a contest episode. You make your best pancakes, I'll make my best French toast, and we'll see who wins. You'll win. You always do.
No, hold on. No, never mind.
We could have an internet contest, and we'll just see what people think out there.
We could do it like as a YouTube post, like with photo.
With a poll.
Yeah, with a poll, and we
Right.
can just do it by the photo. Which one looks tastier? That would be fun.
Yeah, I'm afraid that that's like, bad things could happen. I'll say that.
Warrior Princess says, "It's okay, Ryan. Be yourself and never change."
Somebody else said, "Oh no, I'm so disappointed."
Because you don't like pancakes?
I
Or Chitty
appreciate-
Chitty Bang Bang?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter.
I really put
got
myself
hit.
out there today. I
Chitty
don't
Chitty
know.
Bang Bang and pancakes all got hit
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
over the span of 3 minutes.
See what I had to put up with?
Dick Van Dyke haters.
I would say with Dick Van Dyke and pancakes, I don't like things that are overly bland without much substance.
Now listen.
Oh
He
man.
gave a great performance in Mary Poppins. I believed that he was.
Yeah, best British accent I've ever
I
heard.
did believe that. He won an Academy Award, right?
Probably.
I'll give everybody that one. Are we just gonna start doing hot takes?
Well, I don't know. I'm scared. We got a super chat. It looks like Unchained Verse. Are those mugs available for sale anywhere? They look awesome.
I believe all these mugs are actually out here on purpose, and we'll talk about them when we get to the 5 o'clock spot. This one I'm drinking out of but all these guys here, all of these, yes, are.
When second shift comes in, we'll talk
Yeah, when the
about
second shift comes in, we'll
do a
talk
third
about
shift.
the mugs, and they are fabulous. Really love this. This one is one that Ryan keeps trying to steal off the table because he likes that
Oh,
size.
I do.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah.
That's like a coffee mug size.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
other ones, they're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
tankards.
yeah. There's tankards.
When you
there's,
see them next to a regular mug, they're
yeah, it's like, oh, look out!
giant.
Right. This one with the black and I don't know, really cool
Yeah.
brown thing.
Yeah, that
So
one looked kind of great.
They're just.
I think that there might be. I don't know. Is this? Do you have this one over there?
I don't have that one over there, but I think it's still available too.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a neat one.
Do you know off the top of your head how many mugs we've done? 'Cause it just hit
no.
me
No.
Dude,
30?
Jeez.
Yeah, probably.
easily. 30,
Probably
40.
because everybody needs. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
they're like socks, right? Everyone wears socks and they wear them out, and they need
Well-
to have. You never can have too many socks.
Every time it's like, why we can't sell more? We've done them all, and they
Right,
always
it's like,
sell.
I was like, okay, well, I mean,
And there's always like really good,
yeah,
like looking ones. Like, oh, never thought of that color. Yeah.
they're beautiful.
Is there a?
Made here in the United States and everything. Yep.
Aaron, do you see a super chat poem that I'm missing?
A super chat poem. Who is it from?
All right. Plain Jane.
Let me
I'm
look.
gonna read my super chat poem. I don't see it. I did. Max Cool said, "Not hot takes, hot cakes."
Hotcakes.
That one was good.
I would say plain Jane. Just copy your poem.
Yeah, sorry, plain Jane.
I believe that you sent us.
I would
We'll
Find
read
it
the
in
poem.
the chat, and they'll do it. They'll find it.
So AC Wildcard says, "Happy early Thanksgiving. You keep up the good work. Really enjoy the tavern." David Donnelly says, "Since we derailed, was period pancake different from period waffles?"
Were pancakes in the period different from waffles in the period? Yeah.
I wonder if they're
Maybe the batter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've done both, so you can go back on the channel and kind of check them out and compare and contrast. I think we've done waffles fairly recently.
Yeah,
with that,
we did.
With that waffle iron.
Really awesome
Here.
waffle iron.
And then, of course, we've done pancakes multiple times, thin ones and thick ones and whatever. And pancakes show up a lot. They're a popular thing, and because people love pancakes, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. I know they do.
As you can see from the chat.
Yes. Anybody that hates on pancakes has probably got some kind of problem.
I love Johnny Cakes.
You just keep telling us you should have just not gone there.
The fluffier,
Listen.
the better.
Oh,
Yes.
And get the Aunt Jemima's syrup. I'm talking the most basic. I love it.
some kind of fake butter.
Oh,
Styrofoam
thank you.
pancake
I'm
like that
serious.
thick. And
I love it.
Aaron loves a good pancake.
pour the
pancake
corn syrup
breakfast.
on there.
Go.
and-
Do you just scour the paper every week looking for a pancake breakfast at some church
Well,
somewhere?
I never eat pancakes, but when I think about them, I wish I ate more of them.
Probably,
Every time I go to IHOP, I just love it.
they probably don't fit your
It's-
diet anymore, do they?
Probably not.
I think it's
Probably
across the board for me because I'm not a big cake fan. I don't like fluffy things. I like dense things. Don't give me any fluff. If I have a pillow, I want it to be a rock.
Well, then 18th century pancakes should be right up your
Yeah,
alley
see?
because they were not fluffy.
This is what the stream should be
This is.
forever.
Just
Yep,
all
always.
pancake.
I'll
all
just
day.
talk about things I don't like, and
And
you
then
guys can tell me why I'm wrong.
Wrong again. Oh.
Cake is overrated, though, definitely.
Well,
Birthday
I mean,
cake.
and cake is sort of, 18th century cake's nothing like cake we have. now.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Totally.
I still think about that 12th night cake.
Yeah.
The thickest batter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a
Weight
cake.
20
Don't break your
pounds.
foot if you
Yep.
drop it.
Yep.
Plain Jane, today's poem for the live stream. John and Dragoo were I don't know the cadence, so I'm going to try here. John and Dragoo were cooking some mighty fine fare they had made, but when John tried the snack, he was taken aback and proceeds to add more nutmeg. Very, very nice.
Nutmeg.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
I guess that rhymes.
Yeah. Someone.
It's an approximate rhyme, and
Like Dora
and
the
I like
Explorer.
it.
there were a
Just
couple.
like that.
Just-
A rhyme that good, huh? There were a couple of comments on the why the channel exists, right? And somebody was commenting on and nutmeg, and it's true that I carry nutmeg around in my pocket. So, I mean, I usually have some nutmeg with me.
I just got a text from my wife.
Yeah, don't forget nutmeg.
You never eat pancakes? ? I make them every Saturday. I'm talking about. My wife is watching. Apparently, she is. I'm talking about the fluffy Aunt Jemima syrup, like
So
Be
apparently-
part of
careful.
this complete breakfast.
Be careful because now she's
because
gonna
her
feel
pancakes
like
are amazing. They
Oh,
are.
there we go.
But they're not like the.
You
flip it
just
like
are not
pancake.
doing
you
this
better.
right,
You
Aaron.
just gotta stop, buddy.
You're just digging the hole deeper.
Okay. I hope.
Aaron's gonna get pancakes for the next 3 weeks. Every meal.
I just got a text too from a seamstress that works here.
Yeah.
She said, "Thanks to this live stream, I'll be having pancakes for breakfast."
Well, maybe we need to have a special pancake live stream. I think we could probably cook pancakes here in the thing and eat them.
I'm gonna miss that day.
Well, I'll make a Johnny cake just for you.
Nice. Thank you.
Someone said Eggo pancakes. The Eggo waffles. Oh, I'll eat them by the box. I'll tell you, I'm basic with breakfast. I really am. Those old commercials on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. Oh, nice cup of milk. Some OJ and an Eggo.
And you probably like powdered toast, man.
Yes, I love powdered toast, man. The cereal.
Sean Reed says, Finn and Hattie is, I don't know, man. Smoked haddock with egg sauce.
Smoked haddock.
Yeah, with egg sauce.
Yeah.
And then Aaron C says, R.I.P. Aaron.
And tomorrow is Saturday.
Yeah.
I made pancakes.
Not
for
tomorrow.
me.
Just throw a cold Eggo on your plate. There you go.
I hope that you wake up to a single poached egg. Cold. No toast.
Ooh, cold poached egg. The yolk is stiffened up.
You shouldn't do this. You're going to get in trouble.
Just a hard-boiled egg and the yolk is a bouncy ball. It's a hockey puck.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
With that nice green color around it.
Have a happy breakfast tomorrow.
Quantum Leap, I agree. He says, shout out IHOP. I agree.
I can't think of the last pancake I've eaten, except possibly on the channel. I don't get to.
Same.
Don't get to.
I remember.
You don't like pancakes.
I remember the last time I had Johnny cake.
Oh yeah.
You made it for me at Martin Station. So that was what, 3 years ago? That was probably the last time I've had one.
Hey, what about the crumpet?
The crumpet controversy?
Crumpet controversy?
Yeah. Are
Is
those
it,
kind of like pancakes?
No.
No?
No, they're more.
They're like an English muffin.
Yeah, more like pseudo.
But there was a crumpet on there that was, because we made like 3 of them, right? One was kind of like a pancake.
Right.
And that was my favorite of the 3.
The pikelets.
Yep,
and
the pikelet.
Pikelet and crumpets. And
Michelle B says a cookout live stream would be amazing. Maybe not in winter, but sometime. We can do a cookout live stream.
Yeah.
we could figure out how to cook pancakes in the cabin for a live stream.
Yes. We do need to get out into the...
Imagine that.
Okay, we got to figure something out here.
Yeah?
Boo Boo 2525H. When is the official Brian Apple cookbook and elixir is going to be released? Here's Townsend's Publishing. Oh my goodness. The Ryan Apple Book of Elixirs. What do you think, John?
You write it, and, you know.
First, someone's going to have to tell me who this Ryan Apple is.
Well, you, the Ryan
No,
Pineapple.
I don't think that they're referring to me. They couldn't be. Because
Yeah.
I'm just Ryan.
No. You're...
Don't you know the Townsends lore?
Yeah, I do.
Come on, you were
I
here.
remember that one time that John said something about a Ryan Apple, and I've never gone a week without hearing
No
it
different.
since then.
It's no different than Nutmeg or No Old Baby. Things are just said and they stick.
That's right.
Tainted Brain.
No rhyme or reason to it.
Phil Klum says, the new videos are world class. Love the variety of material you've been presenting.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're working hard on that. Jason is in here. Another pork roast over a fire pit would rock if I'm invited. LOL. Lisa F is in Super Chat. A cookout with live music for $2 million. Just a thought.
Well,
$2 million would be pretty cool.
yeah, we are going to try to do a special live stream for $2 million, but it's just like they're tricking us with this $2 million thing. I don't know when it's going to happen.
We thought it was going to happen
Right.
quick. And
It's
then,
likely going to happen over the holiday.
Right, it'll probably happen on
While we're gone.
Thanksgiving Day, and we won't be able to do
But
anything.
we'll be able to do a special live stream after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's what we did with $1 million. I think it was 3-4 days after.
and have you been working on the content for that special live stream that I talked about for the $2 million?
Which part of the content? Just the I got to think of things to say.
Well, no,
type content?
the video content for it.
The physical video content? Like that's going to be in the live stream?
Yeah.
I don't remember talking about that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to have another meeting about this special
meeting
2
about
million
the
live
meeting.
stream. You guys can come on in.
I remember we had things to talk about. I never heard about videos.
Well, okay, we can talk about things, but, whatever. Boy, we're going to have to replan this, and I don't know when we're going to have a chance to do that, but we'll come.
It'll be fantastic.
Yes.
I was given an assignment, and I may not have heard all of it. I was probably thinking about pancakes.
Yeah, I think Aaron's he's going to have a big poster on the wall now, just pancakes,
We've got
World of pancakes.
Yep.
Renee or Rena, I'm not sure, sent in a donation without a comment. Has Townsend's crew started a pool as to when you will reach 2 million? Oh no, we're not.
We don't
betting, folks.
we don't
We don't bet
No
around
way.
here,
I only bet on a sure thing.
and there aren't many of those. So,
I'd like to think 2 million is a sure thing.
well, I mean, exactly when?
But when?
When? The over-under?
Hey, I'll bet you all that we're going to hit 2 million
Yeah.
subscribers.
50
Listen
years
to
from
that
now.
guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the link. Can you hold up that journal one more time?
Journal.
I'm going to drop this link in the chat one more time because we're so excited about this Nutmeg Tavern journal. Go take a look at it on the website. Lots of planning has gone into this little guy, and we're proud of it. Thank you. Super chat from Raquel is lots of love from Brazil. A cooking live, please. Yeah. We have done a couple of those, and we're going to do more.
We'll figure it out some way or the other. Okay, you guys ready to bail? Everybody goes to say goodbye to Aaron and Ryan.
The other shift's coming in.
And second shift's coming in.
Do we need to go to a car to get them set up or anything?
No, they can just.
You got to... Did you kill my microphone?
Goodbye.
There they are. So yeah, now's your chance if you want to run away from the live stream because you don't want to hear me talk about cool material culture of the 18th century. But we're going to have fun talking about some of the new stuff showing up here at Townsends. And good job, guys. And I'll see you next week, right? You're going to be out most of the week?
See me next week.
I won't see him next week. It's all right. I don't need to see you before Thanksgiving anyway. You're gonna be like probably on the other side of the planet or something, right?
Just a little south.
Well, See you later, Ryan.
Farewell.
So we've got Ivy on the console now, and she's all dressed up, ready for a concert later tonight. Lauren's gonna step in here behind the bar and take over the comments and whatnot. You see the slideshow that's up there that has the pictures of the product in it? Good. So a lot of people don't really realize that Townsends isn't just a YouTube channel, but sort of off the side. The reason why the YouTube channel was built was because we also supply reenactors, historic sites, movies, and television with the things that you need for the 18th century, the material culture. What about outfits? What about, camping equipment and clothing and tomahawks and fire starting stuff? That's one of the things we do. And so we have some newish stuff. So sometimes we're all excited about new products. We have new things all the time. And then other times it's kind of like, oh, we don't have anything new because we're working on other projects. And right now we've got some fun new stuff. So wait, do I have a list?
It's down on the piece of paper that's on the floor.
No.
It's on the back of, I think, the last one.
Back of the last one. See, I got these all out of order. Okay.
Yeah, start with the knives.
So we have been, knives have been one of those things that's always popular. Everybody needs a knife in their kitchen and whatnot. And we've had trouble with.
Not that one. The patch knife is the first one.
I'm
the
fine
little
today.
one.
I'm fine. I
I'm
gotta
sorry.
get it under somewhere. But finding knife makers here in the United States and that we can work with and make us knives. And I have to, you'll see me kind of handle these carefully because they're super sharp and I don't want to get blood all over this nice tablecloth. But a new set of knives has come in from a slightly different maker, but they look almost exactly like some of our other knives. Beautiful little patch knife. You can pop into that slideshow and find that patch knife for me. And
Yes.
there you go. Patch knife. That one is the, are there two different ones?
There's three.
Oh, okay.
There's
Well, there we
there's
go.
square, there's rounded, and then there's the slim handle. You've got the rounded.
Right, I've got the rounded handle. There's one there that has the more of a squarish handle. Go ahead and try one more. There's probably a slightly different picture of that. But
I think I just did one.
Oh,
of
you
the
just did
patch
one.
knife,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, they've all have this beautiful like curly maple handles on them. These are handmade here in Indiana, and the knife maker that does a tremendous job on these things. Very, very nice. Let's see. The next one is the Skinner knife. Let's see
Hey,
here.
Dad, how do you switch these things? It's different from the last time I used.
If you have the slideshow up on both the preview and the main window, there's like a next slide button on the preview side. Do you see
there we
it? So there you go. There you go. There's the Skinner knives. So there's like a short bladed Skinner knife and a longer bladed Skinner knife. Again, same kind of feature here. These have they're very nice 1095 tool steel that they use on the knife blades, and well, like I said, they're super sharp. So let's go to the next one. This is so I haven't used this particular knife in any cooking episodes. I do have some ones that I've used in the past that have this knife shape, and it's a very common knife shape for our time period. This sort of a triangular knife shape. This one is called the German chef knife, and really, I like this. The drop in the way the handle is way up on that knife blade, so you can do chopping on the table without your knuckles hitting the table. So some of those knives, there isn't as much room. This one's got that nice, like full inch. The blade drops down from the handle. So really, really wonderful design for working in the kitchen. The cleaver, whew, let me tell you, this is it's heavy duty. This cleaver is not small. That's not like a miniature cabbage there in that shot. That's a nice normal cabbage you buy in the store, and so it's a nice, really hefty cleaver. And we have not had cleavers in the past on our website. So, oh boy. I haven't had a chance to use it. This would even look good in Ryan's hand.
I know. It's such a nice size, and we'll have to find something that'll be
right.
a
I'm
good
sure he'll
cleaver.
like, ooh, I'll do an episode with the cleaver.
Yeah, cleaver recipe.
Yeah. And what's the next one there? Is there one more knife there? Or are these, I think these are all just, oh, no. Yeah. These
Yeah,
the
those are
patch
just
knives.
patch knives.
Right.
Right.
Right. So, I mentioned earlier the thing with socks, and that is like you can never have, and reenactors always need more and more socks because you're always wearing socks out like crazy. And these guys are they wool, Lauren?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are the clocked wool ones.
Yeah.
And they're on the far
Right.
left. Yeah.
Yeah. They're ribbed wool. They are clocked, so you can see that little clocking pattern there, right at the sort of just above the ankle bone. And yeah, those are my skinny legs in that image there. But over the knee stockings for you're wearing your knee breeches, of course. I know you guys probably all need socks for when you're wearing knee breeches, but you need some nice over the knee socks for that. And these are new. We have some wool stockings, but they tend to be just, like a plain design. But these are a little fancier.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Did Ryan read Rose McQueen's last super chat. Do you remember that?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Which one was it?
let me read her. She
Yeah.
says, another vote for a cook-off between John and Ryan. And I just wonder, and could you introduce us again? Somebody was asking.
Yeah, so Ryan and Aaron stepped out, and now Ivy is on the console, and Lauren, ta-da, there it is, Lauren is behind the bar, and these two are my daughters.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you have to be nice to them.
Somebody was asking about the Scarecrow name. And,
Yes.
And yes, and they were asking, did we go with Edgar Allan Crow?
Yes.
And that was certainly my favorite.
There we go.
It just was
Yes,
such a
that
classic.
that is his official name, and right now he is underneath the thatched roof of that sort of little work area that we have out in the homestead. And I was even thinking about doing a little video about how some of the things have worked out, in the time frame. And even though I was concerned about how that thatched roof was going to work out, in time period, and some people even mentioned, it's gonna rot immediately and whatever. It's actually worked out really well. Even with the snow on it, I thought the snow would kind of melt and go through it. Nope, it melted off. It went. Oh, here's that cleaver, just so you get an idea. That snow melted off, and the Scarecrow is nice and dry under there. He's protecting the chickens, and we did have another hawk scare just a couple of days ago with. The chickens were out far away from the Scarecrow. They should have stayed, right around her, and he would have protected them. Okay. Here's if you want to see, you saw the picture there earlier. There's our clock stockings. What's next on this? The next one are half hose, and you're going to say, John, those look like socks to me. Well, they are like the long stockings, but when you get to the time period, say 1800 to 1820, when long pants come in, trousers become more popular, or pantaloons as they might be called, then you need socks that just go up to the calf but not over the knee. And some people want, specifically kind of more period stockings. So we have now the half hose for those folks who want to have. And they come in cotton and silk, don't they?
They come in cotton and silk and wool.
Cotton and silk.
And if you want to show them, they'll look like an off-white
right,
stocking
it
on
looks
the
like
screen.
it looks like an
but they're right
off-white sock to me. No, that's not them.
Is that the stretch? That's
yeah,
probably
that's the stretch.
Okay.
That's the stretch. So, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
those-
But the picture, says more about them than
It does.
I would ever do. So I can show them, but.
Okay, and I think, is the next one the stretch stocking?
Right. So the next
Yes.
one is a stretch stocking. So period stockings are just, you're wearing these knee breeches, and they are guaranteed, number one, to fall down, and number two, to, if you've got big legs, which I don't, I've got these little tiny chicken legs, but if you have big legs, the stockings can be a real tricky to fit and have them work out over your knees. So our amazing sock maker person made some of these super stretchy socks that anyone can wear, and they go way up over the knee really nicely. So, and did Ryan try them out?
He did test them out today, and they were great for him. And,
Right.
So width, length.
Ryan and I are like on the opposite sides of the spectrum, right? So, he has problems with stockings being not big enough. I have stockings being too small or too big. And these stockings will fit for either of us. So we're just super happy to have the super stretch stockings. And I think that you could wear these and not have them fall down.
Ryan was a little worried about them rolling down, how, but I think they'll.
But the knee breeches will keep
That's
them from
right,
doing
and
that.
the breeches will probably stop that. And I think we'll have to do a field test to
Right.
see, but there's a good chance they'll stay up without garters.
Right. So we're excited about more stockings, more socks.
So let me interrupt you
Yeah.
before you move on to the next one. Natasha Trock says, the fact that you went with my name suggestion has made my day on the Scarecrow.
Ta-da!
And thank you very much. I'm glad she enjoyed that.
Good. Excellent. Yes. Well, this name is important. gotta
Yes.
get the right name. Fingerless gloves. We have. You can flip. There we go. Well, those aren't just fingerless gloves. Those are fingerless, like mitts, right?
Yes, they're specifically for if you're wearing like an 1812 short sleeve
Right.
and you want something nice and long.
Right. So that's one of the tricks. There's, most of the women's outfits from our time period, even in the early 19th century, they don't have, sleeves that go all the way down. They tend to be this like 2/3 sleeve. You don't want to show your elbow. Oh no. You don't want to show your elbow, but it never goes down to your wrist. And so you end up with, like cold forearms, cold hands. This is that combo. How can I, keep that whole arm warm, but still have a dexterity with my fingertips? And so these fingerless mitts, boy, they really got a nice look to them. A couple of different colors on them, gray and white and brown and white, and keep your arms warm and still have that dexterity. Yeah,
And that's the black
Yeah,
color.
there's the gray or black and white, whatever you want to call those.
Yeah, really dark heather.
right.
Oh, and
Right.
we already talked about this one.
Yeah,
so
we
no.
talked about the Nutmeg Tavern notebook, which we're excited about, and the last one on the list are some blankets. So we have wool blankets on our website. They have. We struggle sometimes to get supply. We do have some right now, the standard wool blankets, and they're just plain. Do we have some of the hunters that have a stripe in them?
We do still have some fox hunters. Yeah.
Right, so we have some fox hunters that have stripes in them, and then we have the plain ones. But I'm always looking for a wool-like blanket that is, a little more affordable or whatever. And these popped up. These are alpaca wool, and they're a little thinner, but whoa, are they soft? And I think they'll be super warm. So we've got these alpaca wool blankets that are just really neat. Almost all of them. No, some of them are plain. Most of them are striped, right?
There's only, maybe 10 that are plain.
Right.
And somebody's wondering if they're itchy.
Oh.
And they are not.
They are not itchy. They are, so there are a lot of synthetic fluffy blankets now, like microfibery, blankets and whatnot. These are like a natural fiber, but that kind of fluffy. They're just very nice and soft. So I'm really excited about having these. It can be tough to find neat blankets. And these are nice queen size. They're big. They're
I
fairly big.
think so. They're like the 95 by 66. So
Right. Okay. So yeah, there you go. That gives you an idea. So usually we used to call that maybe that's full size, 70 by 90, and these are a little bit longer and a little bit narrower. But everybody keeps seeing these around the shop here, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna steal that one and take it home with me or whatever. So beautiful blankets to try out. So, and there we are. So has anybody got any questions out there?
I don't think so. Now, you guys did cover the mugs, right?
We just talked about them quickly, and we didn't have. Do you have links for them or anything?
I will put the link in for the
Right.
mugs
So
specifically.
yeah, we have special design for the Christmas Nutmeg Tavern. So the standard Nutmeg Tavern for almost all the year round is the boar's head. When it's Halloween, we put the spiked mace sign out with the skeletal boar head. That's only just usually for one live stream. Lauren, that sign's around here somewhere. And then of course when it's holiday season, out comes the reindeer. Well, he's stag. He's not a reindeer. He's a stag, and he's jumping over a giant nutmeg. You can see the giant nutmeg there in the image. And so see, are all these? No, some of them are standard Nutmeg Tavern one with the boar's head, and multiple ones are with the the beautiful stag design. So we are always excited about them. We basically, one of the reasons why we keep ordering them is because we want to try out all the different colors. So it's like, oh, we haven't ordered that yet. So we order up new colors all the time and designs. So because we like them. Sometimes you guys like them too. And I'm sure there's some of you out there with this giant mug collection for the Nutmeg Tavern. I don't know. Did you have a specific image that you liked the best out of the winter images that we brought up? I thought it was weird that you didn't catch the on fire.
I thought that was very surprising too. It was so much the focus of the picture that I can't believe I missed it the first time around.
Right.
I liked that one. I liked the oil painting where they were the sleigh on the ice.
Yeah.
And I really liked the one where they were stopping by the carriage shop.
Yeah.
I needed a little color correction. It had gotten a little yellowed, but I really liked what was going on in the picture.
Yeah, and a lot of them are nice because they aren't trying to capture anything really. They're not like trying to tell a big or a particular tight story, but just give you an atmosphere, or at least that's what I get out of them. It's just like you stepped into that without saying, like a play where there has to be some sort of plot to it. It's like we don't necessarily need a plot. I just want to experience just every day, right?
Yeah, the Dutch ones tend to have more that feel, and like the one where it's even more of a portrait, but it's a baker's cart, and it feels very everyday, and sometimes you're looking at other kinds of art and it feels very special, like somebody posed specifically and had special, they probably had a special outfit made for the picture, and that can feel a little like you're not getting the everyday story that you're kind of looking for sometimes.
But there are some shots that feel like there's some of those paintings from the time period that feel a bit like snapshots of like you said, hey, I'm going to take your picture, and the people kind of pose a little bit, but it's not meant as a portrait, but more of a snapshot of life. There are some paintings like that kind of catch you out. Because we see so much of that today, when you see one in a painting, you don't realize how weird that is, and how it's strange. There's that one painting. I think the bread cart one is the one I'm thinking of. All those people standing out in front of it and they're handing bread up, and they're kind of, it's like, stop, I'm going to paint your picture. And they, and it's just a weird little picture.
That one is kind of a mix in between the two. Okay, I've got a super chat, and it is from Z-Man's Edits, and he says, hello, quick question. Do you live your lives every day as in the 18th century, or is it that just for your videos and education?
Well, if I lived my life every day in an 18th century fashion, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And you wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to present what I do. So, no, I have to be like, I have to live halfway in between both worlds. And that is study the 18th century and, get little tastes of it and little trials of it. But then I have to know how to work cameras and computers and websites and social media and run a business and right. So in a sense, it might be fun to do that, but I would have to retool my life for that, and I need to still feed my family, and I don't know if I could feed my family and live completely in an 18th century fashion. I would probably starve, and so would they. It might be fun until we starved, but so yeah, I have to live both places. I don't know how that works. Don't ask me.
We run back and forth from one to the other.
Yeah, you're right, and I will spend sometimes work days in period clothing, and I end up switching. Basically, I change clothes about 3 or 4 times a day. It's like modern clothes and period clothing and back and forth. but I end up either studying or, it affects all of my life, right? So even when I'm learning some modern tool, I'm doing it so that I can present the 18th century, which is very weird.
I have another super chat. It's from Michael Miranda. Have you ever done any research on 18th century hat boxes? Thank you for your great videos.
There are some. I even have downstairs a leather hat box for a top hat, so it's probably early 19th century. So a period leather hat box, which is really a neat box. And you'll see images of hat boxes, and sometimes that kind of box will show up. I have a box from a sextant, which is probably very similarly made too. Very thin wood that you would use for a hat box. I've had hat boxes before and, made out of really thick wood, but it weighs like, 10, 100 times more than the hat does. And, undoubtedly in the time period, they would make things much more, suitable to the object itself. And there are also some images in Diderot's encyclopedia where you see them constructing the boxes that you would use for things like hats and other items.
Somebody was asking specifically is the shirt John is wearing with the cravat available at the store? I'm assuming the one you're wearing right now. That would be
Yes, the hat that the shirt that I'm wearing right now is the standard 18th century shirt, but we also have the shirt for this, which is the 19th century shirt, which is slightly different. You can't see the differences because, of course, it's all covered up. But yes, we have a specific 19th century shirt for this, and it has longer sleeves on it, cuffs on it. This has got the little short 18th century cuff. I know. I didn't have the right shirt right here to put on, so sorry guys, I didn't have exactly the right shirt.
Somebody left another one. It took me a couple reads to actually figure out the question because they abbreviated it. If VR, so virtual reality, right? That's what I didn't get. Ever got realistic enough, would you ever consider recreating the town in that medium?
I suppose, but in a sense, we've created it through the videos, and it is sort of, in a sense, it's virtual in that, when you see it in a video, it's alive. We're doing things there, and it's being used, and it's the best way to experience it. When it's not there, it's just a cold building, which is unfortunate. There are a lot of wonderful historic sites that are just buildings, and that's neat. There's a lot you can learn about it, but it's not alive. Things aren't happening, and it's not being lived in, and so it's a kind of a different experience and a little sad. It's a lot sad when I see a building like that, and it's like, whoa, this feels like it needs to be lived in.
Somebody's wondering where the homestead is, and they asked what state. So
the homestead is located here in northern Indiana. It's just a few miles away from where the Nutmeg Tavern is, which is in Pierceton, Indiana. Tiny little town it's west of Fort Wayne. So you can get an idea about where we're at. And it is, unfortunately, the cabin and all that it's not a public thing. That's why it's like visit it in a YouTube video, because it's there. It's alive.
If people drop by the storefront, sometimes they'll make appointments and they'll come in. And the other day I had someone come in and the Nutmeg Tavern was free, so we popped up to have a look. You
can twist people's arm occasionally and see at least the Nutmeg Tavern. Everything else is off premises, so it's there's the wood shop and the German kitchen and the parlor and the smokehouse and the cabin and all that, but that's a ways from here.
Okay, I think we're mostly caught up.
Did you get the super chat about hat boxes?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I didn't see this in the...
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I forgot to grab the picture for that one.
Right, and there
this
is...
one is new.
Yeah, well, it's new-ish. Actually,
true.
we used this in first season. The first season on the channel, we did the baked beans in a pot like this one with the 2 handles, and we changed the design. And Lauren liked them so much, she says, you know, can we have a special run of the 2-handled version, right?
Yes, and so just for a little while we'll have this particular.
So this
style.
is just a short run, beautiful little cooking pot, and they used a lot of little cooking pots like this in the time period. We don't use them as much these days. We have different kinds of cooking, materials, but they would use these sometimes in the ovens, or you would even see these just sort of, by the fire. They might fill this up with batter or something and kind of warm it up and keep it warm, and then, cook with it. So sometimes it's used to cook in, sometimes it's used to hold things. So really handy pots for a lot of different things. So. We used to say at the end of the cooking episodes, all the things you've seen here today are available in our print catalog or on our website. We don't even bother to say that anymore because a lot of people don't need to do what we do, right? There are historic sites and reenactors and movies and television or whatever. But some people just want to have a little piece of history that they can hold in their hands, a token of that, or they just like the aesthetic or the usability of some of the things that we offer. And it's a great way to connect up with your history or the history of the United States or whatever. And sometimes it's just a way of getting a grip on the past. I want to thank you guys so much for your amazing support, being part of this live stream. Thank you, Lauren, for bringing all the things here and the images earlier on. And, of course, thank you, Ivy, for being on the console and making all that fun stuff happen. So have a great day, folks, and thanks for watching.